Hello 87, and thank you for tuning in. I wanted to show you this lovely toga dress that I made with the remnants of the Christine Daae dress train. There's a long, sad story about that, so Perfect Rose Jack in the Christine Daae dress was all set to be sold, and someone did pay for her on eBay, but then I noticed that there was a big ugly snag in the train, and I sent the buyer pictures and they were devastated, so I canceled that transaction. They're the same person who bought Tears of Joy Jack in Cinderella Rose, but yeah, instead I purchased these lovely wings on Etsy, and she became my Death and the Maiden cover model. And this is what I did with the train. I made a toga dress. Which I think looks really lovely. It looks like Carolyn's dress in the Star Trek episode Who Mourns for Adonis. Or Adonais, however you say it. I don't know, because it's spelled like Adonai, but is it Adonais, like God's plural? I don't know. This is not hemmed at all, so I may want to do that, but for now it looks good, it sits well, it's not falling apart, and I just can't stop looking at it. I'm gonna turn her a bit. So this is what it looks like from the side. I wanted to feature the frills as much as possible. This is back. There's a whole line of frill going up that's hidden by part of the wrap skirt. And then this is, so obviously that's where the train attached to the bodice. And then this is another angle of it. Wow, so gorgeous. So to fit the theme of today's video, because that's why you clicked on it, right? Unless you were hoping for something else. To fit the theme of the video, let's try and figure out which Greek god specimen she would fit with based on O faces. Okay. Greetings, Earthlings. Let's find these Greek gods. Who are we looking for? So, we're trying to match Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia. Just because I like the name, I guess, but what is Cassiopeia all about anyway? Cassiopeia, mother of Andromeda. A figure in Greek mythology, was queen of Ethiopia and wife of King Cepheus. She was arrogant and vain. Okay, so what's King Cepheus all about? King Cepheus, the promise breaker. Okay, so I already kind of have an idea of who I want it to be. Cepheus told Perseus, who had already proven himself by taking the head of the snake-headed monster Medusa, that if he saved Andromeda from the monster, he would win the right to marry her. Perseus fought off the monster and was set to wed the girl during the wedding. However, Perseus learned that Andromeda had already been promised to another man, Cepheus' own brother, Phineus. Once his daughter was safe and sound, Cepheus forgot his promise to Perseus and sided with Phineus. A great battle ensued between Perseus on one side and the supporters of Phineus on the other. Outnumbered, Perseus used a very special weapon to overcome his enemies. He removed the head of Medusa from the bag where he kept it, and her magical gaze instantly turned all who entered it into stone. This is how Cepheus and Cassiopeia perished. Perhaps as a reminder to humanity of the fruits of vanity and broken promises, the king and queen were immortalized in the stars by the gods for all eternity. Okay, so he just broke a promise. It's not very interesting. But the picture that we see is very reminiscent of Teddy from Sean Cody. Like, if you really look. Yeah. The only thing duplicitous about these O faces of the two that I've seen is that they're very different. It's not that he's necessarily dishonest, but one is very composed and chill, and the other is very earnest and a little ugly. So I think that he checks out, yes. This is my Sherry Miller hand-painted Arabian Coffee NYCB prototype, rebodied on a Tyler body, wearing Carrie on the Presidio with the remnants of Nightmares as a wrap skirt. Is it a wrap skirt or a bunch skirt? I don't know what it's called, a bunched skirt. Toscano shawl, and she looks very Grecian as well. She looks like the birth of Venus. Who would she do well with? Which Greek god based on O face? I'm trying to get really close to her face because it's exquisite. There we go. You can clearly see the hand-painted details on that one. When I see this doll, I think of Persephone. Very pomegranate, very springtime. La la la. Pretty girl, innocent, with a dark and evil husband. Hades, from what I remember. And, who looks like Hades' O-face? Who has Hades' O-face? Hades. Who is Hades? Okay. I have a bit of an idea. I think I found him. Yes. So I went with Nico from Paragon Men, who is also known as Mike Crescenzo from some reality TV show, I don't remember. It has a tragic beauty to it. That's why Hades' O-face. Check. I'm also going to include Grazie Kit, partially because I wanted to show off the fact that I have a modern Nahima X-ray as well as the vintage one. So yeah, I have the Quatre Lobes flacon and the Pochette de Courval, which is really cool. So we're going to figure out this Grecian lady and who her Greek god is based on O-face. We are making a dangerous conflation of Italy and Greece, Greco-Rome. Same diff. I'm just gonna say Roman god, Greek god, not much difference in appearance. Not much. Yes. Yes, that's what I meant to say. Excuse me. So, This one reminds us of Athena, I would say. Looks like Athena's man. Is Hephaestus married to Athena or Aphrodite? According to most versions, Hephaestus' consort is Aphrodite, who is unfaithful to Hephaestus with a number of gods mortals, including Ares. Athena, the goddess of war and wisdom, fought off and attempted by the god Hephaestus shortly after his divorce from Aphrodite. Oh. Athena is typically depicted as a virgin goddess with no husband or offspring. However, according to a story by the 1st century Roman author Hyginus, Athena, called Minerva, is married to Hephaestus, called Vulcan, the god of blacksmithing and artisans. Okay, so we're gonna find a Hephaestus lookalike. What's a very Hephaestus O-face? What's like a blacksmith artisanal O-face? I think I know. I think I know who it is right off the bat. Yep. Fratman Brent. There it is. That's where it is. Very Hephaestus, I suppose. Face. Quick little aside, my lovely La Belle Sydney doll has been restyled in this repurposed mashup of the Christine Daae dress and the Cinderella Rose dress. So I believe this is a petticoat that came with the Cinderella Rose dress, and this is the bow that was on the back of the Christine Daae dress. So she is being spoiled by Manning Carr because she gives him good gluck gluck. And so he, showing his appreciation, buys her nice coquette clothing. Or he asks me to make them for her. So this is what I did. I just kind of did this sash tie top. And she's wearing nice panties under the tutu so that you don't see her coochie. And I think she looks really cute. And honestly, quite happy. I think she and Manning are really hitting it off. And they are a loving couple. And she just gives him a lot of gluck gluck. So he's a lucky guy.